to our new students who are joining us. All right. So, to our new students who are joining us for the first time, I say a warm welcome to you. For you, tonight is your orientation program or your orientation ceremony to bring you up to speed with what we do at IDC, what is expected of you during the program. And to our returning students, this would be mainly a mentoring session for you. So it's a two-in-one event, and it's a pleasure to have you all here. So my name is Susan Oweye. I'm with IDC, and it's a pleasure to be one of your anchor for tonight. And I'm not alone. I'm also joined with Mrs. Elizabeth Ofumiaju. So together we'll be anchoring this event to make sure that everything runs smoothly. So I'm sure you have the program here with you, so you can as well follow us as we go through the program tonight. So, like I said earlier, my name is Susan Oweye, and welcome you all wherever you are joining us from. It's nice to have you with us here. So, the first item on our program for tonight is the welcome and introduction of board members. So, what are board members? So these are the ones that make what we do at IDC possible. They champion these movements, they provide funding, they provide directions. So it's very important that we acknowledge the hard work that these ones put in place here. And the first on my list here that I'll be acknowledging or introducing to you all is Mr. Agbola Fayese. So Mr. Agbola Fayese is the founder and the CEO of iTech Charities. Is the brain box behind this movement. And next, we also have Mr. Joseph Ruiz. Mr. Joseph Ruiz is the Chief Technology Officer, and you'll be meeting him today during the mentoring part of the program. We have Mr. Brian Braxton. He is also one of our board members, and he also works behind the scenes to make sure that everything works well. We have Mr. Ujesh Bisht. So he's also one of our board members, and we'll spotlight them as they come along. We have Mr. Senepon Gbededo. We have Mr. Taiwo Odutoye. And lastly, but definitely not the least, we have Mr. Azubi K. Enwere. So these ones, the work they put in is not little at all. It's not small. They all work together and make sure that what we do here is possible. So without these ones, this program will be totally different. So as these ones come along, they'll be spotlighted. So I can see the CEO, Mr. Agbola Fayese and Mr. Joseph Rees. So can our audiovisual team spotlight this one so that our students can get to see them? All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. So thank you very much for spotlighting them. So as more of them join, they also get spotlighted. So now we've ticked up the first item on the program tonight. And next, we want to introduce our trainers. So you agree with me that in a school without teachers, things will definitely not work well. So our trainers are also very hardworking and they make sure things work well. So to do this official introduction, I'll be calling on Miss Shulamite Arigbede for this introduction. Over to you, Miss Shulamite, please. Is Miss Shulamite on the call? All right. Over to you.
Seems she's muted.
Yeah, muted. Can the audiovisual team unmute Miss Shulamite, please? Looks like okay.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Yeah,
Okay.
you can go ahead.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. So it's truly a pleasure to welcome you all to the iTech Mentoring and Onboarding Program. So today, you are not just onboarding you into a program, you have been welcomed into a community of mentors, trainers, professionals who are committed to your success. So my name is Shulamite Aribede. I'm an IT specialist and a trainer. So at this moment, I'll be introducing the iTech team members and trainers who will be working closely with you throughout your learning journey. So I would like to introduce our country coordinator, the person of Mr. Magnus Ogunsheyi. So he is in charge of overseeing and coordinating, ensuring that the program runs smoothly. Please, Mr. Magnus, can we meet you, please?
Sorry, technical issues. Hi to everyone.
Welcome, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So I would also like to introduce our training program manager. That's the person of Mr. Isaac Adekunye. So he ensures that there is a proper structure, communication, and coordination across all our programs. Mr. Isaac Adekunye.
Good evening, everyone. Glad to see
Welcome, sir.
everybody. Thank you.
So we are also going to introduce our training program manager. Sorry, our program administrator. That's the person of Mr. Peter Moses. So he manages our learning platforms. Mr. Peter Moses, can we meet you, please?
Hello, everyone. Welcome on board.
Thank you very much, sir. So these are our courses schedules. We have our Self-Paced Tech Plus program. So this will be handled by Mr. Isaac Adekunye. Then we have our Junior Gigs programs. The trainers for these programs are Mrs. Ofomiaju, Mrs. Ireti Otiye, and Mrs. Nelly David. Then for the Tech Plus program, we have Mr. Victor Ofomiaju, Mr. Prince, and Mr. Harrison Adigbemile. Then for the Data Plus program, we have Ms. Susan Oweye and Mrs. Mercy Joseph. Then our Advanced Data Plus program is now fully self-paced, and it will be handled by Mr. Kunle Shoeton and Mrs. Sarah Azuka. Then for our Network Plus certification programs, we have Mr. Nilia Adeoye, Mr. Magnus, and Mr. Kende Oyebanjo as our trainers. Then we have our A Plus certification programs. For Mr. Isaac John and Mr. Kende Oyebanjo. Then for the elocution class, we have Mrs. Ireti Ogunsheyi and Mrs. Nelly David. So you see all these courses, they have been carefully put together with our trainers who are ready to guide and support you throughout your journey. So don't rush, take it one step at a time, because success in tech is not about speed. It's about showing up, staying curious, and staying committed. So I encourage you all to make the most of this mentorship and success within your reach. Your journey starts today, so there is so much you can explore along the line. So I will now proceed to the next part of the program. So once again, you are welcome to iTech. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Miss Shulamite, for that fine introduction of our trainers. Mrs. Ofomiaju, are you able to introduce us to the next part of the program?
Yes, thank you, Ms. Shulamite. And like she has welcomed you, some of us have been welcomed like this to this training some times ago. And we have some of our students who want us to hear how they feel or how they have felt about this training. So I'm sure you enjoy this video, and it will also prepare your mind for what you are entering into, that you are about to enjoy. So we'd like to see the videos or testimonials of some of our past students who have graduated in 1 or 2 courses. So let's watch out for the videos and enjoy it, please. Hello, Miss Susan.
Audiovisual team, a few moments to get the video playing.
Okay, thank you
So
very much.
I'm sure they are working on it. All right, so I can see it coming up over here.
So we'll hear from our past students now, please.
Good day, everyone. My name is Lisa Kafo, and I'm excited to share how I enjoyed my IDC Junior gigs. This was one of the most interesting and engaging sections I had so far.
My name is Manoa, and I have really enjoyed my time here in the IDC Geek program and the Computer Fundamentals at iTech Development Charity.
Hello everyone, I'm Simon. The tech foundation of the IDC has really changed my journey in technology.
Good day. My name is Josiah Uwering. I am a student of IDC. I just completed my tech foundation, and by means of this video, I want to let you know how I feel about the training that I received.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Bass. I am happy to be celebrating with my fellow classmates the completion of the IDC Data Plus training. I'm happy to share with you this learning journey familiarized me with basic data concepts, basic statistics, advanced Excel formulas and tools, data cleaning, transformations, and much more.
The Computer Fundamentals program was really something I enjoyed, especially the part of the Scratch programming, because I am someone who likes playing games, and being able to play games and program those games was something that made me happy and made me interested in the program, and it made me invest in the program because I really enjoyed the idea of being able to create games that other people can play, and I too can play myself when I'm bored, and the challenge was really interesting to me.
CompTIA A methodology also stood out for me in this program. The different steps, which range from identifying problems to documenting our findings, has helped me to professionally diagnose hardware and software issues. I will never forget what I learned from the topic on digital citizenship. As a good digital citizen, I should respect others online, protect my personal data, understand my digital footprint as I mind what I post online.
We were provided with insights on best use cases for tools and techniques to employ in creating deliverables, both verbally or through customized interactive dashboards. Something that I found that proved to be challenging at times, but extremely valuable, was our weekly video presentation assignments. While tough, it was an opportunity to reinforce what you learned and develop our individual presentation skills. Additionally, there is an opportunity to learn from each other as each of us possess different strengths.
First, I wasn't sure what to do. I knew computers were important, but I didn't realize how much more I would learn and how fun it would be. From beginning, our lessons were exciting. Whether it was learning how to create presentations, understanding how coding works, exploring software programs, or even using Scratch, it was all a new and fantastic experience for me. At first, I thought it might be difficult, but my teacher explained everything so clearly that it became really fun and easy to understand.
Before I started this program, I didn't have the needed resources or guidance, but this program has opened up many opportunities to me. The training is practical, the mentors are very supportive, and it has boosted my confidence big time, and I'm also sure it can boost yours. If you plan on joining them, I highly recommend you to because real life opportunities are being made. Big shout out to the IDC team. Thank you.
When the program first came to me in January, I was really intrigued by the idea of having to improve my computer skills. And being someone that already had some knowledge in computer education and IT, I was still open to the challenge of increasing my skills. But upon entering into the program, I actually was wowed by the way the teachers and the schedule of the program showed me that I actually am on the scratch level of the computer education.
I even got to try things on my own computer, which made learning fun and practical. What I liked most was that the class wasn't just a theory. I got to experiment, solve problems, and be creative. I felt like I wasn't just learning how to use computer, but also how to think logically and work step by step. And by the end of each class, I felt proud of what I had learned and I was eager to learn more. It made me realize how powerful computers were and how I can use them to create, solve problems, and even have fun while learning.
The junior gig program showed me ways in which I can level up my computer skills, and the interactive classrooms was something that I was really intrigued by because the way in which I have a say in what is actually being taught in the classroom was something that made me happy.
I seek to leverage my accounting finance background as an asset in my pursuit as a data analyst. As I acquire more advanced training, I plan to pivot towards seeking work opportunities in data analytics.
I really want to say thank you to the High Tech Development Charities Management for helping me to get this opportunity, and I hope to have more training in the future and introduce this program to others. Thank you very much.
In all, I am grateful for the program, especially as I did not pay a dime to learn all these great things during this training. I want to say a big thank you to the management of IDC and all your volunteers who worked hard to help us complete this journey. I look forward to learn more, and as I'm also willing to train others coming behind me.
I also want to thank our trainers who made the classes so enjoyable. They were patient, helpful, and encouraged me to try more, even when I made mistakes. And in all, I'm grateful for everything I've learned, and I'm looking forward to learn more. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So thank you to our audiovisual team for giving us that testimonial videos of hearing from our past students who have walked that journey. So these are real life experiences of people that started from where you are today, exactly where you are. Some previous knowledge with computers or those many of the things they can now do on computers. So I'm sure this has inspired you to the endless possibilities that there are when you start your journey here with us at IDC. Yes. So that's it. And now let's talk about how this journey starts for you. And a good way that this program implements or gives you like a sort of nudge to what is ahead of you is through our CEO speech. So for every program like this, the CEO curates a speech that is going to encourage you, that is going to give you like a boost on what you're going to need throughout the program. So this is a part that we often look forward to, and I will now be calling on the CEO, Mr. Bola Fayeshe, to give us this awaited speech. You're welcome on board, sir.
Let me try to share my screen. Okay. All right. Give me 1 minute to get this out of the way. The network is, oh, I don't know why this is, okay. Okay, now. So let's go to my presentation, and I'm trying to present. Okay. Can you all see my screen? Okay.
Yes, we can.
Thank you very much. So I'm taking the topic mastering your own destiny. People think whatever happened to them is been predestined, but you are the master of your own destiny. I'm a Microsoft certified trainer, Microsoft certified professional, Microsoft certified systems engineer, and I'm also a development consultant. I've been in the field for close to 40 years, and I've assisted many organizations across the world to build their nonprofit. And I'm glad that ITech Vocational Charity is one of those that is on our radar. The organization here in the US is ITech Development Charities. So we are not only operating in Nigeria, we operate in some other countries. But today is about what we are doing in ITech Vocational Charities. You'll find out that we are not just concentrating on knowledge, but we're also building knowledge and building skills. And as we discuss along, I'm going to show you some of this. What is our mission? We are trying to empower and equip young people with what skill is necessary to succeed in a world that is constantly changing every time. Also, I always call people's attention to what is the difference between somebody being rich and somebody being poor. It's not their mental capability. No. Some people are very, very intelligent and they remain poor. It's the opportunity that is in front of them and how you make use of those opportunities. So that is why at iTech we are focusing on providing necessary support, developmental aid, training, and other assistance to the less privileged and the needy in the community, that we can ameliorate suffering, improve living standard, and the quality of life. So I'm going back to my previous something and being rich. Please give me 1 minute. Somebody is at my door. Okay. Can you all hear me again? Uh, just indicate by
Yes,
show of
sir.
hand. Okay. So the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. So what is the difference between remaining poor and being rich? What does rich people have in common? What is the secret recipe for being successful? We are going back to it again. The difference between poor and rich is opportunity. That's number one. Number two is your determination to succeed. Number three, not giving up on yourself. Because as you travel this journey, there will be hurdles in the way. There will be things that makes it look impossible for you to achieve. But if you give up, then that's it. Then you have to develop as you go good work ethics. If you look at those people who are rich, look at their life, look at their schedule, you see that they have good work ethics. So being rich, being successful, is not necessarily the level of education you have, whether you have a master's, you have PhD. No. Bill Gates voluntarily left college. He did not finish his bachelor's. He went to pursue what he loved to do. So, but he's one of the most successful people in history now. Many do not come from rich parents. Yes, we know that many people are rich because their parents are rich, but there are a lot of people who come from very poor parents. But one thing is sure, they all have dreams and they pursue it. Like Jeff Bezos, he wanted to set up a bookstore online, and people were like, "Are you serious?" Bill Gates wanted to put computers in every home, and people were like, those days it was a computer would take like a whole floor, the mainframe computers. Bill Gates was dreaming of putting computer in every home in the US, but he has computer in every home, not only in the US now, but throughout the world. So these people who are wealthy, who are rich, they have daily routine, they have good work ethics. So are you always exploring and cashing in on opportunity? This is the recipe for success. Explore, cash in on the opportunities that is ahead of you. Don't give up on yourself. Daily to-do list. Get into that habit of what you want to accomplish today. What you didn't accomplish today, take it over to tomorrow. Develop a good work ethics. Now, has worked and it took years to develop this. We have the weekly topic video tutorial for study and research. You are given the assignment, you learn on your own, self-paced. Then on Saturdays, you meet, either Saturday or Sunday, you meet as a group. You are asked to make presentation. There are group discussions and instructor is there to lead you. After several weeks, you prepare for your test. And we don't just push you out there. We work with you. And that is why in the last 6 months, we have 10 people who passed their A plus, CompTIA A plus. We have some people who have passed their Data plus. So because they prepare them for the test, they have the certification. I always encourage people, when you go through your test, through your training, please cap it with a certification. That is what you have to show. Now, you are now at a stage where you are going to select what IT profession do you want to select, which one works best. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because our Chief Technology Officer, Mr. Reese, is still going to talk more about this. But I'm only just going to pitch in on some of the things you need to select the best. Your personal interests matter and your passion. It is important to consider what you are genuinely interested in, the passion you have for it. This will help you to stay motivated and engaged in your career. It's not enough to just say, oh, I want to be a network engineer. No, I want to go into cybersecurity. Do you have passion for it? Now, proficiency and skill level. Assess your current skills and proficiency you need. If you are not good in numbers, you want to do data plus, well, you can do it, but there will be a lot of mountains to climb. So if you know which area you are really good at and you face that, that will help you. Also, please examine the job market. Don't just go into something because everybody is going through it. Oh, you heard that cybersecurity is the thing that is selling most now. People are earning, and then you went into it and you have all your certification, but where you live, the job is not there. It's different from people who are in Canada, London, or America. The job may be there. So look at your circumstances. Will you be better off as a data analyst or a cybersecurity person? Examine what the job market is saying before you get into it. Now, the time that you need, you have 6 months, 9 months, or you just only have 3 months. So evaluate what you need. What are the educational resources? What do you need for the certification? This includes your online courses, your training program, your certification opportunities, and how you can build your own skill and credentials. So by considering all these factors, you can create a personalized and effective roadmap for yourself. Of course, if you need more detailed information or guidance, feel free to ask. Our Chief Technology Officer will be guiding you. The program coordinator in Nigeria will be guiding you. And you can always ask the program training manager, and you can always ask me too. As you go along, several students have requested, and we have worked with them to get mentor who can guide them through what they need to do. Now, what are the IT professionals that is out there? Software development, cybersecurity, data science analytics, cloud computing. These are the major areas that are out there currently. Of course, AI is also taking shape. You can become a specialist in AI, network and system administration, IT support and help desk. That may be area where you want to start. You can offer IT support online to help people with their website, to help people with their SharePoint, to help people create effective PowerPoint presentation and things like that. So database and administration, DevOps, and IT operations. So these are some of the things that are currently out there. Of course, artificial intelligence and machine learning, is taking shape, is becoming the main. Don't be afraid. Don't let the word artificial intelligence get you confused. Artificial intelligence actually make things easier for you to learn and to manage. So, and it's going to become the norm very soon. IT project management. So these are a few of the career that is out there now. These are career paths you can investigate that you want to tailor your interest and skill towards. So look at them, look at what is required to attain these professional skills in this area and see if you are best suited for it. Like I've said before, if you need any direction or assistance in choosing, we'll be able to help you. Now, with iTech, this is our own training program. RDC courses and career path. Cybersecurity, you have the Tech Foundation Welcome Tier Security Plus and CISA. And with the data track, we have the Tech Foundation CompTIA Data Plus, Advanced Data Analytics, and AI Learning. And with the IT application and service support, we have the Tech Foundation, CompTIA Plus, and application support. You see that all our courses, you have to start with the foundation, Tech Foundation, because it takes you through all the things you need to know, like the foundation, before it takes you on to other things that you may be wanting to. Yes, we also have the Tech Solar Geek, like we call them. The Tech Solar Geek is like a hands-on teaching people. After you have finished the Tech Foundation and CompTIA, we teach you how to repair computers, how to repair phone, how to build solar generator, and how to install them. And we take you through an internship. Just this morning, one of the ex-students called me and he was so excited. He said, I did my first major job yesterday. I was able to install a solar-powered pumping machine. I said, did it work? He said, yes, it worked. And he got some good pay from that. So that is our goal. Nigeria needs a lot of tech geek. People can help them build solar generator, install it, so you don't have to spend hundreds of thousands of naira buying petrol where when you have the solar that is readily available to you. So we offer this training in virtual, online, in person, and courses include the ones that I'm listing here before, that I mentioned before. Tech Foundation, CompTIA Plus, Network Plus, Security Plus, Data Analytics, and so on. So, participants are linked with cybersecurity and IT professionals to serve as mentor. So we don't just train you and turn our back. We do many of the things you need to do. Many of our trainers today, they went through these courses all the way from IT fundamental. And when they finished, because we were able to guide them, many of them got job internationally, many of them are they got job locally, but they look back and say, look, I also want to give back. So many of them are serving as volunteers to extend this training. Also look for online remote job opportunities. They are there. So you can be in Nigeria and work for UK, for Canada, and for US. So we are also building an internship program. We are in consultation with a company in Nigeria that will be able to provide you 2 or 3 months internship after you have your certification. So please pursue your certification and we'll be there to support you. All right, what are you required to do in order to be successful? Set out time to continue your study. Choose your next IT professional path. Prepare, research, produce your weekly report, and engage in group participation to ensure success. Good peer pressure will get you where you want to go. Take and pass your IT certification. I always recommend this. It's one of those things that quickly shoot me to the top of the field. When I got to the US and I started taking certification, I didn't know it's going to pay off. And the first major job I applied to, I was, boom, just up on the scale. I was able to detect how much I want to earn. So these are the things that can help you. Now, CompTIA, Microsoft, Google, those are some certifications you can decide to take. So the roadmap to success. How do you get that? Well, you want to remain committed. Several of you have already completed portion of your curriculum in Tech Plus, Data Plus, Advanced Data. At this point, it is time to select the next step in your development roadmap. Choose that carefully, and you will succeed. Well, the sum of worthy effort results in success if you complete the task. Look at the picture If you are trying to pave the front of your house and you pour the concrete and it is halfway, it's going to happen. It's going to become an eyesore. People will look at it and say, wait a moment, what's wrong with this person? You've put a lot of effort in getting to this point, but you didn't complete the task. Success won't happen. But if you quit, it won't happen at all. If this guy, after pouring the concrete, after he's done all this work, if he quit at this stage, when people approach this house, what will they see first? That unfinished pavement. That pavement won't finish itself. He has to come back and do it. The same thing with what you are setting out to do. After you have invested these many months, these many years in getting you to this stage, please work hard to finish it. Happiness is it's not just a journey. It's not just the destination. It's waiting until you get to the end before you feel happy. Enjoy the road as you go. Enjoy your travel. So, to help you again, I'm just going to emphasize this. Set an attainable goal. What you think you can achieve. What are attainable goals? Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time-based. Yes. Specific. What specifically do you want to do? Which road do you want? Measurable. Don't say next year I'm going to do it. No. Put time to it. In the next 3 months, in the next 1 month. Then measure it as you go. But make sure you are setting yourself something that is attainable. Don't say I want to have my A plus next month, but you only have maybe 3 hours in a week to devote to it. That is not realistic. That takes me to the next one. Can you realistically achieve it? Is it time bound? When do you want to accomplish it? When do you want to get there? So break your goal down into specific tasks. What are the specific tasks? You want to study? What and what do you want to study? How many times do you want to study it? You want to memorize acronyms? Okay. You want to memorize protocols? When do you want to do it? How often do you want to do it? So there are tools that help you. I always emphasize this to many people. Please, there are tools out there. There are the daily to-do software. Your to-do, Microsoft To-do, is free. You can use it on any of your phone. Okay, you can use OneNote. You have OneNote, MS To-do, or diary, or even your notebook. But make sure you use them. They are your digital assistant. Set out your day. Monday, what do you want to do? Tuesday, what do you want to do? Then outline day by day what you want to do. If you make use of this consistently, daily, you will be able to succeed. I always tell people, 30 minutes before or after bedtime, set it, use it. If you do it consistently, I did it during my test for certifications, and I just got used to it. Maybe 30 minutes before you go to bed, or 30 minutes just at that time. It's like a free time for you. Your travel time, you are in go slow, you are in traffic, take out your phone, pull out something you can read, pull out something you can study. You'll be surprised. You are waiting for a friend, you are in a restaurant waiting, make use of that time. You are in the restroom, well, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Well, if you are staying there more than 30 minutes, somebody will knock your door because other people may be waiting to use it. So make use of those times. They will be helpful. Be positive in your spirit and keep similar friends. Friends who are positive. If you have friends who are saying, oh, you're a bookworm, what are you doing? That is not a good friend for you. But if you have fighters, can we study together? Aha, those are the kind of friends you want to keep. So the big question is, do you want to walk on the road to success? Well, there are jobs in other regions. There are millions of opening opportunity. There are demands for qualified, going to increase. The universities are not going to be able to produce them overnight. So go get yourself the certification that will open the door for you. Empower yourself. Take advantage of the current growth. The courses we bring to you. In the US, if you want to study for A plus, you can go online and look for it. It's $2,000 plus. Data plus will cost anything $2,000 to $3,000. And some of those trainers we use for you now, they train here. I've been training for all these years. I've trained all those courses. So, and you are getting it for free. Make use of that golden opportunity. Don't let it go away from you. Keep on the struggle. Keep on struggling on the road to success. Be the master of your own destiny. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Baba, like we always call you. And I believe you all have enjoyed this roadmap he has discussed with us. So when we talk about success and the journey, action needs to go along with it. I am ready to make a success of the journey, and I believe all of us here really want to make success of this our journey. So let us answer or be determined to respond to the call to action. Spend some time, do some reasonable thing, and improve in our learning or understanding. Once again, to our able Baba, the CEO of IDC, we say thank you very much. So it's always vibrant and very energetic talking about learning. Most of us are learning from him. When we want to get tired, we remember him and his age, then the energy comes back to keep learning. Thank you. So we now want to move on to the next item on the agenda. And that is inviting our coordinating of Mr. Magnus to also talk or emphasize on our training methodology. So please, let's joyfully listen to Mr. Magnus as he comes on stage. Also, Mr. Magnus, yes.
You did not meet, sir.
You are muted. You need to unmute yourself.
Okay, I was prevented from unmuting. Sorry.
Mr. Magnus, I hope it's not network that is disturbing you, but you are muted.
Can you hear me now?
Okay. Yes, better.
Yeah, sorry. Participants couldn't unmute themselves, but I think the technical team fixed that. Okay, so thank you, everyone. If you can hear me clearly, it's my pleasure to be with you tonight. I'll be your guide on our training methodology for today. The CEO, during his speech, mentioned what you are to expect in our training methodology, but I'm here to take it a step further. So please pay attention to my presentation, and you are going to find it very interesting. I'm sharing my screen now. Okay, can everyone see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good. Thank you. So My name is Magnus Ogusheyin. I am a trainer and also I'm privileged to serve as the programs coordinator for iTech Development Charity. Now, the history of learning has come a long way. So there was a time when the printing press was invented. Way back before then, people communicated information, learning through very crude materials. But look at the days and ages. Today, learning has evolved. But what makes iTech Development Charity stand out is that we have continued to move and evolve with the means of learning. And that is one of the reasons why our training programs have been very successful. So today, you are not bound by religion, by geography, by class. As long as you have access to the device and you have access to the internet, you can learn. And that is why you are all here today. And we can assure you that iTech will continue to evolve and make sure that the learning is as seamless and as organic as possible to take full advantage. But it is not just the learning medium that makes iTech special. We have things that make our trainings work and make it effective. So what are those things that makes our training effective? Now, the very first thing is we have some ingredients which include self-paced trainings, peer reviews, instructor-led sessions, and exam preps. So these ingredients work together to make our training exceptional. And I really, really congratulate you. If this is your first time, getting onboarded onto our training programs, you are very, very fortunate. But let me take a deep dive and go a little bit deeper into each of this. Now, what makes self-paced training effective? Now, the truth is that learning today is for everybody. Some people are working, some people are students, some people are, they have the time in the world. Some have only time late in the evening. Now, our training is designed to fit everyone. The most important thing is that you are interested in learning and you are able to learn. Now, so we have an online platform. We have a learning management system that has been tested and works for everyone. So there's a delivery of all that you need to learn on that learning management platform. So you will be onboarded onto that platform and you have access to that platform. Now, to complete all your training, you'll be required to devote about 5 to 10 hours, depending on your past knowledge, your background, or your learning style, to cover these weekly materials and to do your assignments. Now, how you want to spend 5 to 10 hours? Is it 1 hour per day? Is it 2 hours per day? Is it just 2 days in the week? You are the master of the pace of your learning. And this is one of the things that makes our training very unique because anybody can join this training and participate effectively. Now, you have a lot of resources. You have your trainer, you have learning page. What you have done the like would require you are expected to be weak presentations. The unit of this training is most come to come to session, trainers are not just they're not just they're not quacks. They are experts. Many of them have certifications in those courses that they are training you. So they are, and in some cases, some of them have experience, years of experience, actually being professionals in that field. So this means that you are getting premium training that will cost thousands of dollars in, other places. You're getting this sponsored by iTech development charities. So your trainers would help you close the gaps in learning. When you meet with your trainers in the week, they may not take you through everything like ABC. So it's very important for you to cover your material before you come to the class. So they may try to look at your assignments and try to help you close the gaps on what you learned or what most students appear not to be getting the point from the assignments in the week. So, but more importantly, one thing they help you do is that they help you bridge the gap of how and why of what you are learning. The truth is, most of you will understand how those things work. So for example, if you're coming into Tech Foundation, you understand, okay, this is this, but how do they connect? Why am I learning this? What is the real world application? Their years of experience, they're able to guide you to understand this bigger picture. And this is what makes most of you who are able to stay with this training and finish the training become able to monetize your skills. Because if you just understand how, you don't know where you fit in, it becomes a problem. But you have instructors who know their onions and can guide you to become effective in your chosen field. So instructor-led sessions are very, very, very important, and that is why they are a pillar in our training methodology here at iTech Development Charities. Now, the very last one that I'm going to talk about is the exam prep. Now, if you become skilled in a particular IT track or course, whatever the case is, how do you show people that you are good? How do you get your foot in the door? You do that by acquiring professional certifications because they're essentially your claim to fame. So we have partnership with some of these professional organizations, and we are able to guide you to acquire these professional certifications to show that you are grounded and you know what you say you know. But the challenge is that most people that study and learn IT programs discover very quickly that when they go for tests, which are, by the way, very expensive, it's a different ball game. So there's extra preparation needed to take tests. And for you to be able to successful in these tests, iTech Development Charities has created an arrangement for your trainers, special trainers that will guide you to prepare for each certification exam. And the result of this is that we have a 90% success rate for our students who have taken their tests. So what is this telling you? So we are not just going to teach you, but we are going to help you acquire what shows that you are really a professional. So this is an effective mix of very important pillars that iTech development has put together. And it's just not just a theory. We have tested it, as the CEO mentioned, for many years. We have tested and refined it. Those of you who are here to take advantage of this, I congratulate you. You're very, very fortunate. So what have I been saying? Essentially, what I'm saying is this. Yes, IDC uses the cutting edge for our trainings. We use the best of the best tools to make sure that our training is inclusive and anybody who wants to learn and is willing to learn can take advantage of our training. But we have not just that, we have a tested and proven method that works. So if you take full advantage of all these, I can confidently say that you are welcome to the start of a new career in tech. So I wish you all the very best, and I look forward to working with most of you during your trainings. Welcome to your new beginning with iTech Development Charities. So I saw a few hands. I've come to the end of my presentations. Does anybody have questions that they would like to ask me? Questions? Okay, if there are no questions, let me check the chat. Okay, with none. Thank you. So over to you, my uncles. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very
Thank you
much,
very much.
Mr. Magnus. I think we have a hand up. Okay, the hand has disappeared. All
Okay,
right.
I'm still here to take the question. You can leave it in the chat. I would give your answer to the uncles that would respond to you so that the program goes on. So just drop your question in the chat. I'll respond to the anchors and they will give you the answer.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Magnus, for that fine presentation on our training methodology. So it's true that methodology has worked and it will continue to work because it is scientific. So thank you very much for that. So during Mr. Magnus' part, he mentioned a learning management system. So you might be wondering what this is, how does it work, how would you get access to it? So that's exactly what, okay, I can even see questions on that already. So that's exactly what this next part is going to answer. So you agree with me that this program is well created. So I'll be calling on Mr. Peter now. So Mr. Peter has also put together a very fine video that explains everything you need to know about that learning management system, how you would access it, and basically everything you need to know. And again, if you surely have questions, we'll be there to answer them. Okay, so Mr. Peter, can you, our audiovisual team, can you showcase the video from Mr. Peter, please?
If you're using a computer or a mobile device, signing up for Google Classroom is very easy. Once you have been sent a Google Classroom invitation link to your new Gmail account, open your inbox and click on the link. This will take you directly into the classroom. After you have signed up, here is how to sign in anytime you want to access your class. If you are using a computer, open your web browser and go to classroom.google.com. Sign in using your dedicated email address and you will be taken straight into your classroom. If you are using a mobile phone, download the Google Classroom app from the Play Store or App Store. Open the app and log in using your dedicated email to access your class. When you open your class, you will see three main sections. First is the stream. This is where you will find announcements from your instructor and important class updates. Next is classwork. This section is very important because most of your tasks will be found here. Inside classwork, you will see lessons and notes, quizzes, and assignments. The third section is people. Here you will see your instructor, your classmates, and their email contacts. To submit an assignment on Google Classroom, follow these steps. First, go to classwork and click on the assignment title. Next, read the instructions carefully to understand what is required. Then, click Add or Create. Or paste the link to your work. Finally, click Turn in. This step is very important as it confirms a successful submission. Make sure you confirm the submission before leaving the page. After you have been sent a Canvas invitation email, start by checking your email. Look for the Canvas invitation and click Get Started or Accept Invitation. If this is your first time, create your password and verify your account. If you are using a computer, open your browser and type canvasinstructure.com. Sign in using your dedicated email and your newly created password. You will then be inside your classroom. If you are using a mobile phone, download the Canvas app. Open the app and log in using your dedicated email and your newly created password to join the class. Inside Canvas, you will see several important sections. First is module. This contains organized lessons by week or topic. It is recommended that you click items in order to avoid missing anything. Next is assignments, where you will find homework and projects. You will also see quizzes, which contain your tests and assessments. To submit an assignment on Canvas, follow these steps. First, open assignment or go through Mandos, then click on the assignment. Next, read the instructions carefully. Then, click Submit Assignment and paste the link to your work. Do not upload your file unless instructed to do so. Finally, click Submit and confirm that your assignment has been successfully submitted.
Thank you very much. We are really grateful to Mr. Peter Moses on this description of how to get to our destination in this our journey. Don't worry, if you can't catch it all or it looks cumbersome, by the time you join us and you are taking it step by step, you will definitely understand it. So the journey is smooth. Don't be overwhelmed by this description of how to get to the destination. I assure you, some of us have gone through it, even when we think English is problem, technology is problem, but we have been guided by the trainers and we got to the destination successfully and joyfully. So I can also assure you, just come along, join us, and you arrive at your destination smiling. So we are moving to the next part of the program, and we have been talking about emails, especially this last video Mr. Moses presented. He was talking about how to use an email, get feedback on your messages on your email, so that you can take the next step that is necessary for learning. So now we want to talk about this email. And the topic we are going into now says recommendation of a dedicated emails. We welcome Mrs. Sarah Azuka on board to take us through this. Please, let's give her our attention. Yes, and the CEO is informing us that the videos will be made available. So be rest assured that you can get your hands on it and then practice before having to use it fully. Mrs. Sarah Azuka, we are looking forward to hearing from you. Hello, can Mrs. Azuka hear us?
She's probably experiencing network issues. Let's just hold on a bit, please.
Okay. Let's just exercise some patience while we are waiting for her. Okay, let me go to slideshow.
Have you had any difficulty?
Based on your email address to
All right. Due to some network challenges, Mrs. Sarah will not be able to present, so I'll be going in for her. So hello everyone, welcome to this part on recommendation for dedicated emails. So you notice that last on the during Mr. Magnus' part and also during the video showcase the terms we are mentioning dedicated emails, dedicated emails. So what exactly is this dedicated email? So you can move on to the next slide, please. All right. So a dedicated email address is an account that you create specifically for this training. So we know you all have your emails that you use for your personal life, your work, your school, your social media. So you have these ones, and that's very fine. But we require you to create a dedicated email address that will be specific for this training. And with this email address, you'll be able to have all important messages or important emails in one place. And you use this to communicate with your instructors to submit your assignment update. So with your dedicated email address, all this will be possible and it will be streamlined. You will not miss out on any information. The next slide, please. Okay, so now let's talk about why it matters. So the first one is faster recognition. Our dedicated email addresses have a pattern or they have a structure, which I'm going to talk about very soon. So with this structure, whenever you send an email to the iTech account, we're able to see or recognize you very easily that, oh, this is our student. We know exactly where you're coming from. Also, with a new email address, you get to have 15 gigabytes of free storage untouched. You agree with me that after a while, where you'll be using a particular email address, it gets full, and then you have to start deleting some pictures or deleting some emails. But when you're starting afresh with a dedicated email, you get that free storage, so you don't have to worry about storage issues. That will be done. It also helps with professional branding. So just like we said earlier, it has a pattern or a structure. Have any unprofessional slangs or unprofessional pattern. So with this email, it shows that you are actually dedicated to the course that you are working on. And it's very structured, so you're able to maintain a professional outlook. And lastly, it enables us to track you as our student. It gives us the ease to easily know what is specific information that we need from you. For example, with your email, it's linked to your student ID. It's linked to the courses that you're currently enrolled with. So with this, you are tracked. We know exactly what you need, who you are. So if there's anything that you need, we know exactly where to look for. And also it enables us to be uniform. So everyone has the same email address structure, everyone has the same pattern. So that also ensures uniformity, which is a great practice for an organization just like this one. So now we've been talking about the benefit of your email address and also what your email address is. So what's the email address format? So the first thing you're going to need with the email address format is your first name initial. For example, my name is Susan and my first name initial is S. That is the first letter of my name, S. And my last name, Uweye. So I'm going to need my first name initial, my last name, and then my student ID. So if you've not yet been assigned your student ID, it will be assigned to you very soon. So these are basically the three things that I need. My first name initial S, Oweye, my last name, and then my student ID. So when I put this together, I'm going to have the output below. So my dedicated email address will be soweye idc24001@gmail.com. So that's the structure there. And with this, it's uniform. It has all the information that we need, like your last name and also your student ID. So with that, we can get everything that we need to know about you. So the next slide, please. Yeah, so with that is the structure of the email address. So if you need if you have any other questions that you have, you can feel free to email us at support@itechcharities.org. But the structure is basically the same. And you're also going to get an email that is going to give you that structure in detail in case you miss it. So do we have any questions? I'm open to take questions at this point. All right. Okay, looks like we all got the gist of that part. So now,
Thank you very much. Thanks so
okay,
much for the bailout.
no problem. Thank
We
you
really
very much.
appreciate that.
So someone is asking if I can go
Well
over
done.
it again. So don't worry, you are going to get an email that is going to list out the structure for you. So you just need your first name initial, your last name, and then your student ID. And that is also going to be sent in a separate email. Okay, and you can also get the recording of this program, or also get it from YouTube. All right, thank you very much, everyone, for that. So now the next part on the program is a part by Mrs. Iritolu Ogushein. So we will be talking about email and messaging etiquette. So organizations such as IDC, there is certain standard that is expected of us whenever we want to communicate. How should we communicate in a way that will be respectful to everyone and no one will feel offended? So, Mrs. Iritioluwa, we are waiting to hear you and to have what you have for us on email and messaging etiquette. You can unmute.
Thank you, Ms. Susan. Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you. You're very audible.
Okay. So I said my name is Iritolu Ogushein, and I'll be walking us through email and message etiquette. So permit me to share my slide. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So let's start by defining what etiquette is. According to this popular writer, she defines etiquette as a code of behavior based on consideration and thoughtfulness. I'm sure that tells you something about what we're talking about. This has to do with a set of rules or code of conduct on how things are done. So when it comes to email, we also have certain rules and code of conduct that we should abide by. And email etiquette actually refers to set of rules and principles governing proper communication or proper email communication. So what then are some of these rules that we should abide by? Or first, why is it important for us to know this email etiquette? Why should we be familiar with email etiquette? One of the importance is that it helps us to communicate clearly, respectfully, and effectively. Clearly, respectfully, and effectively. Once we try to, and those we are talking to do not hear us, actually, we've not made any communication. Communication has not taken place because communication does not take place unless our target audience understands the message we are trying to pass across to them. And while we are trying to do so, we also want to be respectful and we want to go through the rules of communication. We want to make sure that communication is effective. Also, we promote positive interaction and avoid being misunderstood. Unchecked or all of these effective communication, avoiding being misunderstood, then we have communicated. So what are some of these rules that we should follow when sending emails to others? Some of these rules include being clear, having a clear subject line. So when we're sending emails, our emails has to have a heading, which must be clearly written out, such that whoever we're sending it to, at first glance, knows what that email is about. When that is not done, then an identification via email. So we want to have a clear subject line. Then the next is for us to use a proper greeting and closure. A proper salutation sets a good tone for effective communication. For example, when we want to talk to someone, maybe someone we can see, or we are having a one-on-one communication, a verbal communication with someone, ideally, we start by greeting or by showing some form of respect to that person. So the same thing applies in written communication, such as email communication. So we want to use a proper greeting. And when we are concluding our email, we also want to use a proper closure. A closure that befits a formal means of communication. Next is that we want to use a concise and clear language. So not just the heading of our message or email should be clear. Even the body of our email should be clear. Whatever we are saying should be understandable to our audience. And we don't want to use ambiguous words that are jaw-breaking or words that whoever we are sending the email to, we have to go and consult a dictionary before finding the meaning. So we don't want to do that. We want to be clear to our audience. Now, having composed a well-written email, our job is not done unless we have gone through what we've written. We want to proofread. Why? At times, we're imperfect. So at times, we can make little or minor mistakes. But when those mistakes, we start counting 2, 3, 4, 5, or we have a list of, we have a body of our email full of mistakes, then that's no longer a mistake. So we want to take time to proofread the body of our text and make sure that we edit it. And it's not just on spelling. We can make mistakes with our spelling. We can even make mistakes with punctuation. So we also want to try to use our punctuations correctly. Where there should be a full stop, we want to use one. Where there should be a comma, where there should be an hyphen, we want to use such punctuation marks correctly. And what would help us achieve this is by proofreading. We want to go through the body of our email before sending it. Now, having said that about email etiquette, what about WhatsApp etiquette? You're surprised to hear that, right? Because you've not had WhatsApp etiquette. Actually, the use of WhatsApp also has rules and regulations, though many people choose not to follow them. But we want to be mindful of how we use this means of communication, which includes WhatsApp communication. So what are some of these rules? What we've said about email etiquette still applies when it comes to WhatsApp messaging as well. But in addition to that, we also want to stay on the topic of conversation. when something is being addressed or when a topic is being discussed on the group, we want to stay on that topic. We don't want to digress or divert attention to something that is less important or that is not being discussed at the moment. Then we also want to avoid discussing sensitive subjects that can result to serious misunderstanding among group members. We want to avoid discussing them on WhatsApp group. Then we want to be mindful of our tone. There is a saying in my native tongue that sorry, the word sorry, can either be positive or can be negative. That's the meaning. So I might offend someone. Really, I'm on the wrong, okay? And I'm supposed to apologize sincerely. But because I don't want to admit that I'm wrong, I can just tell the person, sorry, and just move on. But if I really want to show that I admit my wrong, I would sincerely have apologize to the person, and it will show in my tone. I can say, oh, I'm very sorry. I'm deeply sorry. That's a measure of sincerity. So in our way of communication, even when it is not oral communication, our tone can send a lot of message. So we want to be mindful of our tone when communicating via chat or email. Also, before we hit that send button, we want to think twice. Is it necessary for me to share this information? Is it advantageous to my class members? We want to think about that. So before we hit the share button. Now, when it comes to our group chats, all that we said applies. Now, when it comes to our group chats, we want to make sure that our chats on the group is for the purpose for which that group is created. So we want to keep conversations relevant to the group's purpose. Our WhatsApp group chat is not a platform where we come to advertise our other personal businesses. No. So we do not want to do that. Also, we want to avoid one-on-one conversations in a group setting. Conversations that you may want to have with a certain individual that is not of benefit to the whole class, please, let's take that to our private chat. We don't want to pile up messages for other group members on the group chats. Lastly, we do not want to hear grievances or engage in arguments. Please, as said earlier, we are imperfect. We might wrong each other. We might say something that might offend one person or the other. So should that happen, please don't make the class group chats a boxing ring where you exchange words. Let's take that to a personal group chat where we can express ourselves, let the other person know they've offended us, and we can work things out together. So having said this about email and WhatsApp etiquette, what are we saying? Email and messaging etiquette refers to a set of rules that govern communication while sending emails or using the WhatsApp means of communication. And we want to make sure that we are clear, we are respectful, and we keep our conversations professional. So doing this would help us to use both the email and WhatsApp messaging appropriately. Thank you.
We are very grateful to you, Mrs. Ogunsheyi. Thank you. So we have been told or reminded that there are rules and etiquettes guiding the use of email and WhatsApp. So we expect you to put this into use while the training is ongoing. So there will be no reason to bring down anybody's post or for me or you to make the other person feel offended. I just really hope and look forward to we keeping this at the back of our mind while the class is ongoing. So we move to the next part of the program, and that is the mentoring speech with the topic that says understanding IT career pathways and their benefits. Since we choose to toe this line or lane, we should know the benefits and we should have an understanding of the road we are joining in so that we will not commit or do any mistake or wrongdoing. And that will help us to enjoy it to the end and then see the benefits as we go through the course. And we are looking forward to hearing one of our board members to take this up. And that is in the person of Mr. Joseph Rees. We are eager to hear from you, Mr. Rees. Welcome aboard.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Such a privilege to look around here at our squares and our faces and see all of the potential we have. Now, some of you are returning, right? You've taken Tech Plus or IT Foundations, as we call it. So whether you're here fresh or returning, just want to welcome you. But what's important is that your background that you have is unique, right? It's not just your history and what you've done. It's actually an asset to our less traditional students or people who have retooled to gain experience in IT to use in your current job or to look for a new job. You have resilience and experience in those other industries that can help you carry on this new tech superpower and to help you out at work, or you might be looking for something new. So that's a good history to have, good background. To our more traditional students who are just coming out of secondary school, I believe, you have that energy and that fresh perspective, and that's exactly what you need. Actually, it's exactly what the tech field needs, is your perspective to stand up to the changes. So we know that we've been talking about an alphabet soup of different certifications, especially with CompTIA. We've talked about Tech Plus, A Plus, Network Plus, Security Plus, Data Plus, and you may be wondering, well, where does this actually lead me specifically? How does it help me? Well, just to give you a quick overview, Tech Plus, it gives you the language to speak tech. So Tech Plus is one of the foundational skills, right? You're not necessarily working after achieving your Tech Plus in the tech field, but you know how to speak to anybody in the tech world, whether they're like 15 plus years or just starting out like you. That gives you the language. A plus teaches you how to fix the tools that we use when they break. That is the physical tools, computer, hardware, anything you can pick up. That is what you're learning when you're learning A plus. Since it's so foundational, when you get your certification, remember that it's 2 tests you have to pass for A plus. And don't worry, iTech will definitely walk you through both of those. Network Plus, it shows you how those tools, teaches you how the tools talk to each other, right, through the network. I remember it was said earlier that if the other end doesn't understand communication, right, when you're talking to a person, there's no communication that happens. And that, of course, is true in the technical world. If a computer tries to reach out to another one and the other one doesn't understand the message, it's as if they didn't talk to each other. So Network Plus teaches you how to make that communication work. And of course, Security Plus teaches you how to protect that conversation. Now, we're going to look at a little bit about specializing in these, right? What iTech helps you with is learning these foundational skills that'll help you look for employment. Remember, Tech Plus is like the sub foundation, but once you have an A plus, Network Plus, Security Plus, or Data Plus, you will be able to look for a job. You don't have to get them all at once. So let's actually look at that together. This picture here is just showing a quick overview of a possible path that you can take, right? You start off in the lower left-hand corner. Actually, I should ask, is this picture correctly displayed? It's not mirrored or anything on your end? Are you seeing it the right way? Okay, good. So you start off at the left here with Tech Plus. Now with Tech Plus, it's not shown here pathways, and as we know, AI is new. So Data Plus and Advanced Data Analytics, always remember that not only can you use that in your current job, right? If you know how to use Excel and understand structured data, but you can also just directly go towards AI after getting your advanced data um, certification. But on this other path on the right, we have Tech Plus, the Explorer, A Plus, the Fixer. Now you can, master the hardware. You can go work on networks, or you can work in Security Plus to protect those networks after going towards the Network Plus and the Security Plus certification. Additionally, you see in these other two areas, there are certifications here that we have not gone over, right? The CYSA Plus, and over on the left, the Server, Linux, or Cloud Plus. Those are more advanced certifications that are pretty much in the end of a career for somebody. Not really the end, but the final form, if you will, of somebody's career. But what we want to look at together today is the pathways when we talk about specialization, right? And one way you want to think about it is an epic quest. Think of it. I heard there was somebody here who was designing and playing video games, I think designing with code and able to run those just as a test. Well, think of your career in the same way, right? You are on a journey and you're gathering these skills. And the foundational skills is that basic training that you need to make a certain character, right? So you have here Tech Plus, A Plus, Network Plus, Security Plus. Data Plus also should be on here. It should be one of these little roles that you fulfill. And once you get these big 4 or 5, right, these certifications, they're the bedrock of your knowledge, providing universal language and the skills needed for any path you choose. And once you master these, you can unlock that entire game or the entire skill set that you need for any IT job. It doesn't mean that if you have just one of these, you can't work, right? If you have just one of these certifications, you'll likely be able to find employment in the real world where they say, we need your A plus. So no one is going to hire, of course, an A plus IT person. Where instead that will be under one of the requirements for a position, such as help desk side support. They may require you to have your A plus, right? So if you are being a network administrator, they might require you to have your Network Plus. Or if you are a network security administrator, maybe they want you to have your Network Plus and Security Plus. But the thing is to remember is when you're learning, these skills build on one another. So that's why we have different tracks that have these different certification paths for you. And you'll notice that the cybersecurity one is slightly different from the Data Plus and your help desk technician. So a good way to think of it without getting too deep is that Tech Plus is the Explorer, right? These are your first steps. Remember, this is very foundational. You're just learning the language. You're learning how to speak tech. You're learning how things work. You're learning about the OSI model. You're learning how to identify components. What is memory? What is RAM? I'm sorry, memory and RAM are the same thing. What is memory? What is a hard disk? The difference between volatile and non-volatile memory, things like that. So likely if you're finished your Tech Plus, those terms sound familiar to you, or IT Foundations. Tech Plus and IT Foundations are the same. If you haven't taken those yet, I might sound like I'm speaking a different language, which is good because it means that this is something that you do need to take. A plus is the fixer, right? What happens when something breaks? Well, now this is hands-on. You learn how to install, configure, and troubleshoot hardware, and you become the person who can fix things that are broken. And this may delve just a little bit into software too, because with the computers, some things are virtual that you need to fix. So there might be some software involved in that as well. Finally is Network Plus. You're somebody who is a connector, right? You keep all of the little machines moving, the entire system and how everything works together, and make sure that it has seamless communication. Make sure that your networks stay up, whether those are wired networks or Wi-Fi networks, satellite networks. You'll learn how to keep all those things working in good working order in a safe way. And finally, there's Security Plus, and that is the Defender. All of these things we've talked about need to be secure. Networks, software, hardware, even AI needs to be secured nowadays. And with connection, of course, comes risk. And so to protect the critical data, there's a lot of people hiring security professionals right now because of the type of environment that we're in with hacking. So it's something that you can look forward to when you're trying to figure out which career you want to choose. Even now, when you figure out which path you want to choose, remember these four things: the explorer, the fixer, the connector, and the defender, and just map those back to the path that you're on and make sure that this specific certification is under that path when you review that later on from ITEC. And so the important thing is to remember that you're ready. Whether you're a new student, you likely have a background already, or you're interested in technology. Or if you are working somewhere now and you just want to be able to use tech to make things better in your environment, well, these courses will definitely help you do that. Also, I just wanted to drop a little tidbit that CompTIA is, they're launching a new Security AI Plus certification. ITEC may or may not take that on as a certification in the future. So just, keep that in the back of your mind, is that if you want to learn about AI, you can also come here as well. This likely will come up already because of how there's some overlap, but we're excited to see what this new certification will have in it. And we know that you might also like the us to be teaching you that as well. So take a deep breath. You don't have to know what your final destination is going to be today. Well, you know that you're building a foundation now, especially if you're about to take Tech Plus, that you can support any of those dreams that you have. And we're here at ITEC to help you find that path. And I think we're turning it back over to Susan now. Thank you. If you have
Thank
any
you very
questions.
much, Mr. Ruiz.
Oh, thank you.
Please, let's all put our hands together. And from his speech, you will see that there's one important thing I forgot to mention, which I want to do. Please, Mr. Ruiz, forgive me. He is the Chief Technology Officer of IDC, as well as one of the board members. So you see from his presentation, he's talking technology, technology, technology. So please keep that at the back of your mind. That when we run into any problem technologically, we have him to bail us out. Ms. Susan, you can now introduce the next person. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Elizabeth, for calling our attention to that important fact. And thank you, Mr. Rees, for your mentorship speech. We really appreciate it. And I'm sure it has opened the eyes of our students here on their next part in their tech career. So we have now come to the end of our program for today. And I'm sure we all have one or two things to take home. So I'll now be calling on one of our trainers now, Mr. Victor Fomiaju, to give us the closing remarks for this program. Mr. Victor, you have our attention, sir.
Oh, it's been a wonderful time. I'm glad to be here this long, and it's been very heartwarming to see that many as 56 or even more have joined this program. So on behalf of ITEC Development Charities, I'd like to convey our utmost regards and thanks to all those who have made this program a success. I would like to first start with the board members, the board and the board of directors, the management of IDC, starting with the CEO, Mr. Agbola Faishe, Mr. Brian Braxton, Mr. Joseph Ruiz, Mr. Ojes Bish, Mr. Senakmo Bedido, and Mr. Taiwo Dutoye, as well as Mr. Azubuke Enwere. All these persons are working very hard from the background to ensure that this opportunity that makes the difference for many, especially in parts of Africa and Nigeria, is being served. Thank you so much for this commitment. I also like to thank our anchors, Ms. Susan and Ms. Elizabeth Ofomiwaju, as well as others who have shared in presenting parts on this program, including Mr. Magnus, Mr. Peter Moses, Mrs. Sarah Azuka, Mrs. Reti Ogunsheyi, and others who have worked tirelessly in the background to ensure that this program came alive and comes to a successful conclusion. So on this note, I would like to encourage or thank our students, upcoming students, and those who are also moving from one milestone to the next, that they are on the right path. They should stay focused, stay on the path of continuous learning, and be sure that by progressing in this way, they continue to have a vision and be able to deliver with purpose and impact. So on this note, I'd like to thank you all for joining this program, and we hope to see you another time soon when we'll be having a milestone event like this. Thank you very much, and it's over and out from me.
All right. It's good night from my end here. Till next time.
Good night.
Night and good evening. A good one.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks for coming up.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Bring it on, bring it on. You, bring it on. Life no dey sweet oh, hey. If some people know they hate you, so use the number 6 and calculate.